what life becomes when you're in long-term recovery. And does the chaos ever stop? Because if you are somebody who is in active substance abuse, I'm sure you had a chaotic life by some degree, right? If you didn't, good for you, but I sure did. And how do we become accustomed to not having a chaotic life? See, my problem as I got farther out is I would do things that would kind of live vicariously through chaos, or I would kind of involve myself in drama that wasn't mine to stay in the chaos. Like, I have been self-sabotaging for years because unconsciously I'm used to chaos and I'm used to self-sabotaging. And I would get opportunities and sometimes just blow them or not want to do them or not want to go. And I do a lot of public speaking, right? I travel the country and public speak to talk about my sister passing away, to talk about, you know, all these other things I've been doing in advocacy and the body brokering and all these things that we're trying to get out there that need to stop happening. But in essence to all of it, some of it is because I love chaos. Some of it's because I need adrenaline rushes. And when you get in the monotonous lifestyle of being a mother and even not having a partner, right? That has caused me to crave chaos as well, but a lot of the chaos was coming from having a partner. It can be very hard to settle your brain when there's nobody there to focus on, when there's nothing there to focus on. And I've been still having trouble nearly 8 years into my recovery with trying to control the chaos. I have been through years of therapy. I have been through years of, you know, going to different counselors and going to groups. And it takes time. And it may never go away. You may always love chaos, but there are healthy coping mechanisms for chaos, and those should be definitely looked into. So if you haven't yet, take time to go to therapy. If you need to get back into therapy, get back into therapy. Probably something I may need to do. I recently went through a breakup in a long-term relationship, and that was what was feeding my chaos void, right, that I love so much. And I didn't realize that I loved it. Part of me hated it. Part of me couldn't stand it. Part of me was just so sick of the chaos, right, that I was like, I just need him to go. But all those years that I stayed anyways, that was because I was in love with the chaos still. Even though I was in recovery and doing really well, I needed that part of my life that just wasn't doing well, so I could feed into my old lifestyle. So even though I wasn't using, I was still putting myself in situations, right? Or going around people that wanted to get well and kind of like putting myself in somewhat dangerous situations. And that doesn't work. That doesn't help you. That isn't going to make you better. You know, when we get into recovery, a lot of people want to do peer counseling. Going right into peer counseling is not a good idea. You're putting yourself right in the middle of the fire that you just walked out of. So why are you going back into it? I don't know, it's a thought process. And it's like, should we distance ourselves completely from it? No, absolutely not. I think that we should keep that part of ourselves alive for our own remembering that we were once in a really bad position. But other than that, I love you guys, and I hope you're working on yourselves just like I am, and I'm proud of you. I know it's hard, but we do eventually get to live a somewhat very normal life. Here's a really good quote I just heard. Don't waste the miracle on your pain.
Now, AI got this thing going on TikTok that they're supposed to map out your face to make it